When people hear 21 days, they think it's too short. They think change takes years, decades, but I've learned change doesn't wait for the calendar to give you permission. Change happens the moment you decide that this moment right here is the one where you say, I will no longer live the same way. And that's what these 21 days are about. It's not about trying to be someone else. It's about returning to the person you were meant to be before fear, doubt, and life's noise told you otherwise. Now here's the truth. Success is not a random accident. It's not about luck. It's not about who your parents are, or what school you went to, or what job you have right now. It's about patterns. It's about discipline. It's about the way you think, the way you speak to yourself, and the way you show up every single day. So for these next 21 days, I'm going to ask something from you. I'm going to ask you to commit, not halfway, not I'll see how I feel tomorrow. I mean commit. You commit to these 21 days like your life depends on it, because one day you will realize it actually does. Day 1, the decision. You wake up today and you decide, really decide, that this is the start. Not Monday, not when I feel ready, today. And the decision isn't just in your head, it's in your actions. Because if you keep waiting for motivation, you'll be waiting until the day you die. Motivation doesn't wake you up. Discipline does. Day 2 to 7, laying the foundation. The first week, I'm not asking you to move mountains. I'm asking you to move yourself. Small wins, every single day. You make your bed in the morning, not because it's some cute productivity trick, but because you're training your brain to finish what you start. You drink water before coffee, because you're telling your body you care. You speak one positive sentence to yourself in the mirror, because you're learning to hear your own voice louder than the voice of doubt. Some of you are thinking, Oprah, this sounds too simple. And you know what I say? The simple things are what most people never master. Everybody's chasing the big leap while ignoring the first step. You cannot win a marathon if you refuse to walk around the block. Why 21 days? Science tells us it takes about 21 days to start forming a new habit. But what I'm telling you is, 21 days is enough to show yourself you are not weak. It's enough to break the cycle of, I'll start again Monday. It's enough to prove that you are capable of creating a life that feels good to wake up to. Your biggest enemy in these 21 days. It's not other people. It's not lack of time. It's not even money. It's you. The voice inside that says, this isn't working. The whisper that says, skip today, just rest. It's not a big deal. Let me tell you, every time you listen to that voice, you're teaching it that it's the boss. And if that voice stays the boss, you will never own your life. The mindset shift. In these 21 days, I want you to stop trying. I want you to start becoming. Stop saying, I'm going to try to be healthy. Say, I am becoming the kind of person who values health. Stop saying, I'll try to save money. Say, I am becoming the kind of person who builds wealth. Words shape reality. And you need to be so intentional with your words that your own mouth refuses to let your brain sabotage you. The power of morning. If you own the first hour of your day, you own your life. No phone, no endless scrolling. For the next 21 days, when you wake up, you do 3 things. Breathe. 3 deep breaths to remind yourself you're alive, you're here, you're blessed. Gratitude. Write down 3 things you are thankful for. No repeats allowed. Action. 1 thing that moves you closer to your dream, even if it's small. Do this and watch your entire energy shift. I want you to imagine right now the version of you at the end of these 21 days. You're standing taller, you're walking into rooms differently. People are looking at you wondering what changed, and you'll smile because you'll know the truth. You changed. Not the world, not your job, not your circumstances, you. But listen, you have to get through the messy middle. That's coming in the next part, because the middle of the 21 days, that's where most people quit. That's where your old habits will try to pull you back. And if you survive that, you will not be the same person who started this journey. So tonight, before you sleep, I want you to do 1 thing. Write on a piece of paper why I will not quit these 21 days. Put it where you can see it every morning, because there will be mornings when you'll forget why you started. And when that happens, that paper will remind you, this is the start. This is the commitment. This is day 1. and the next 20 days are going to change your life. Now, if you've made it here, you're not a beginner anymore. You've already survived the first week, you've built a little momentum, you've seen small wins. But here's the truth that most people don't tell you. This is where it gets dangerous, because the middle is not exciting. The middle doesn't feel like fireworks. The middle feels like work. And work, real, uncomfortable, boring work, is where most people lose their way. Days 8 to 14, the test. This is the phase where your mind will start whispering, "Why are you doing this? You're fine the way you are." It will try to convince you to go back to old patterns because old patterns are comfortable, and comfort is seductive. But hear me when I say this, comfort is the silent killer of dreams. You don't grow where it's comfortable. You grow where it's uncomfortable. You grow when you're tired, but you show up anyway. You grow when you feel unseen, but you keep going anyway. You grow when no one is clapping, no one is watching, but you still rise out of bed and do what you said you would do. This week is about integrity. Integrity isn't about being honest with others. It's about being honest with yourself. When you tell yourself, "I'll wake up early," and you don't, your brain records it. It learns that your word doesn't mean anything. But when you do what you say, even in the small things, your self-trust grows. And self-trust is the foundation of success. So in this messy middle, I want you to think of yourself as building a contract with you. Every action you take is a signature on that contract. Every time you break it, the ink fades. Don't let it fade. Expect the resistance. You will wake up one day in this second week and feel like nothing is changing. You'll look in the mirror and see the same face. You'll step on the scale or check your bank account or review your progress, and it won't look like the movies. And this, right here, is where people quit. Not because they failed, but because they stopped believing before the results had time to show up. Let me tell you something. The seeds you planted in week 1 are growing underground. You can't see them yet, but if you walk away now, you'll never see the garden you were destined to have. Protect your mind. This is the week where you must guard your mental space like a treasure. No gossip, no negative news before bed, no scrolling endlessly at night, filling your head with other people's lives. For the next 7 days, I want you to replace 1 hour of mindless scrolling with 1 hour of learning. Read, listen to an audiobook, study someone who has already walked the path you're walking. Because if you fill your mind with greatness, your life will follow. Energy is currency. By this point, your energy will determine your success more than your plan. It's not just about eating healthy or moving your body. It's about choosing where your energy goes. You can't keep giving your energy to people who drain you. You can't keep spending it on arguments, gossip, and drama. This week, I want you to ask yourself every morning, where will my energy matter most today? Then spend it there and nowhere else. The midpoint check-in. On day 14, I want you to pause. Not to slow down, but to take stock. Get a pen and paper and write down 3 things. What I've done well so far, where I've been holding back, what I need to do differently to finish strong. This isn't about shame, it's about honesty. Because success loves clarity. And if you don't know where you stand, you can't know where to go next. The power of recommitment. At the end of week 2, you must recommit. Why? Because the person you are today is not the same person who started this 21-day journey. Your priorities may have shifted. Your mindset has been tested. Your discipline has been stretched. So you don't just keep going, you recommit with new strength. Say it out loud. I am not quitting. I am not stopping. I am finishing these 21 days no matter how I feel. The messy middle is where the world tries to pull you back into who you used to be. But if you survive this, you step into the final stretch, the last 7 days. And those are the days where transformation explodes. Because the final week is where you stop trying to prove it and you start living it. That's where we're going next. That's where success stops being a theory and starts becoming your reality. Now here we are, the last 7 days. Days 15 to 21. If you've made it here, you've already beaten the version of you who quits. You've already shown more consistency than most people show in an entire year. But this final stretch is not about survival. It's about stepping fully into the identity you've been building. Because let me tell you, success is not the reward at the end of the road. Success is the person you become while walking it. Days 15 to 17, locking in the habit. By now, some of your actions feel automatic. You don't have to think about drinking water first thing in the morning. You just do it. You don't have to fight yourself to get up early. Your body is starting to respond to the rhythm you've created. This is where you double down. When things get easier, most people relax. They think, I've got this now, and they let the little things slide. But champions know, the moment it feels easy is the moment to go harder. Why? Because repetition under ease is what cements identity. It's not just about doing the thing, it's about proving to yourself that you are the kind of person who does the thing, rain or shine, busy or free, tired or energetic. Days 18 to 19, the upgrade. In these 2 days, I want you to add one new action that takes your success to the next level. If you've been walking every morning, now you jog. If you've been saving $10 a day, now you save $20. If you've been reading 10 pages, now you read 20. Why? Because growth is not about reaching a level and staying there. It's about continuously expanding what you're capable of. And these days are your opportunity to show yourself that your potential is bigger than you thought. Day 20, reflection and vision. By the time you reach this day, you're going to feel something powerful, momentum. And momentum is a gift. It's the universe saying, I see your effort. Here's your reward. So on this day, you pause for a different reason than in the messy middle. You pause to reflect on what's changed. Write it down. How do I feel different? How do I think different? How do I show up different? And then, this is important, I want you to write your next 21-day vision, because if you don't give your growth a new direction, you'll slip back into the old patterns. Day 21, the becoming. This day is sacred. It's not about a finish line. It's about a declaration. You stand up today and you say to yourself, I am no longer the person who started this journey. I am someone who keeps my word. I am someone who finishes. I am someone who creates the life I want. Not someday, but every day. You'll look back on the last 21 days and realize the hardest part wasn't the work. The hardest part was believing you could actually change. And now, you know you can. The truth about success in 21 days. Did you achieve everything in these 3 weeks? Maybe not, but here's the truth. You weren't meant to. You weren't meant to solve your entire life in 21 days. You were meant to prove to yourself that you are capable of sustained, disciplined, focused action. And that proof is the foundation for every success you will ever build. The identity shift. I need you to hear this. You can lose momentum if you treat this as a challenge that ends. This isn't a diet. It's not a temporary sprint. This is a shift, a permanent upgrade to who you are. You don't go back to normal after this because normal wasn't working. You move forward into a new normal. A normal where discipline feels natural, where self-respect is automatic, and where the life you've always wanted isn't a dream, it's your daily reality, your new standard. From today forward, you never again tell yourself, I can't. You don't say, I'm trying, you say, I'm doing. You don't ask, will this work? You ask, how can I make this work? And you don't wait for permission. You give yourself permission every single morning because now you've proven it. 21 days is enough to change everything. But here's the beautiful thing. We're not stopping here because after success comes something even more important, sustaining it. And in the next part, I'm going to show you how to take what you've built here and carry it into the rest of your life so that you never again start from zero. So you've crossed the 21-day mark. You've shown up, you've kept your word, you've done what so many people talk about, but never finish. Now listen to me carefully. This is where most people fall apart. Not in the beginning, not in the middle, but right after they win, because winning creates a false sense of security. You start to believe the work is over, and the moment you believe that, you start slipping. I've seen it happen. People climb their mountain, take one look at the view, and then they climb back down, and months later, they wonder why they're back where they started. The success trap. Success has a trap. It whispers, "You've made it, you can relax now." But what it's really saying is, you can stop doing the things that got you here. And that's how dreams die. Not because of failure, but because of comfort. So if you want to keep the success you've built, you need a plan, a sustainability plan. Not a 21-day burst of effort, but a rhythm you can live by for the rest of your life. Step 1, keep the core, add the layers. Over the past 3 weeks, you've built habits. Some are small, but they've changed the way you see yourself. Those core habits, waking up early, gratitude, discipline, focus, are now your non-negotiables. You don't stop them just because the challenge is over. You keep them as your foundation. And then, you add layers. If you've been moving your body for 30 minutes a day, maybe now you increase intensity. If you've been reading every night, maybe now you journal what you learned. Growth is not about changing everything. It's about stacking on what's already working. Step 2, protect your environment. The people you surround yourself with after success are just as important as the habits you built. Because here's the truth, not everyone will celebrate your growth. Some will feel threatened by it. Some will try to pull you back to your old self. And if you let them, you'll be back in old patterns before you even realize it. So you must protect your environment. Spend more time with people who inspire you, who push you, who refuse to let you settle. Limit time with those who drain you, who laugh at your goals, who make excuses for why they can't change. Step 3, shift from discipline to identity. When you started, you needed discipline. You needed reminders, alarms, and constant self-talk. But now, discipline should be replaced by identity. You no longer say, "I have to work out." You say, "I'm the kind of person who takes care of my body." You don't say, "I have to save money." You say, "I'm the kind of person who builds wealth." This shift is powerful because identity lasts longer than motivation. You don't force it, you are it. Step 4, measure, don't obsess. One of the fastest ways to kill progress is to obsess over numbers. Yes, measure your growth. Yes, keep track of your wins. But don't let the numbers become the only story. Some days, the most important progress is invisible. The way you handled stress differently. The way you didn't quit when it got hard. The way you spoke kindly to yourself when you made a mistake. That's success too. And if you only count the measurable wins, you'll overlook the life-changing ones. Step 5, create the next challenge. Humans thrive when they have something to reach for. If you don't give yourself a new challenge, life will hand you a problem instead. So decide, what's your next 21 days going to look like? Maybe it's about your health. Maybe it's about your relationships. Maybe it's about your career or your finances. Whatever it is, commit to it now. Because success is not an event, it's a lifestyle. And lifestyles are built through continuous, intentional challenges. The mindset that lasts. If there's one thing I want you to remember, it's this. Success is not about speed, it's about staying power. I'd rather see you move forward slowly for years than sprint for a month and quit. This is your life, this is your story, and you are the author. Every day you choose your habits, you choose your people, you choose your focus. You are writing the next chapter, the promise to yourself. I want you to say this right now. I will never again abandon the person I've worked to become. Because you didn't fight for 21 days just to give it all back. You fought to step into a life where this version of you is the new normal. And if you protect that, if you guard it like the treasure it is, the next 21 days, the next 21 months, the next 21 years will be something you are proud to live. You've built the discipline, you've kept the fire alive, you've crossed the 21-day mark and refused to go backward. Now, I need you to understand something very important. Real success is never just for you. Yes, the journey started with you. Your habits, your discipline, your commitment. But if it ends with you, it's incomplete. Because the highest form of success is impact. And the most powerful way to secure your own growth is to help someone else grow. The moment you teach, you learn twice. The moment you mentor, you strengthen your own discipline. The moment you inspire, you're reminded of why you started. So now that you've proven what's possible in 21 days, I want you to ask yourself, who can I help take their first step? Maybe it's your children, your partner, a friend at work, or someone you haven't even met yet. It doesn't matter who. What matters is that you pass the torch. People don't connect with perfection, they connect with progress. Don't just tell them you succeeded, tell them what it felt like to want to quit. Tell them about day 8 when you almost didn't get out of bed. Tell them about day 15 when you started to believe in yourself for the first time in years. Show them the real journey, not just the highlight reel. Because when people see that you're human, they believe they can do it too. One of the greatest gifts you can give the world is to live in such a way that others are inspired to raise their own standards. Maybe they'll join you in a challenge. Maybe they'll start waking up earlier because they saw you doing it. Maybe they'll start treating themselves better because they watched you set boundaries. These are ripples, and ripples have no limit. One change in your life could cause 100 changes in the lives around you. Now, I'm not saying give your energy to everyone. Some people will drain you more than they'll grow with you. You can love them, but you can't let them derail your progress. Instead, pour into the people who are ready, the ones who say, "Teach me," the ones who show up with an open mind, the ones who are willing to do the work. And when you find those people, walk with them. Because nothing strengthens your own journey like walking it with others. Here's something most people don't talk about. Success comes with responsibility. When you've learned how to create discipline, you have a responsibility to model it. When you've learned how to set boundaries, you have a responsibility to honor them. When you've learned how to transform, you have a responsibility to remind others that transformation is possible. This doesn't mean you have to be perfect. It means you have to be intentional. Because whether you realize it or not, someone is watching you. Someone is learning from the way you live. What you've learned in these 3 weeks is bigger than just a challenge. It's a blueprint. You can apply it to your career, your relationships, your finances, your health, and you can teach others to do the same. Day 1, decide. Day 2 to 7, build the foundation. Day 8-14, push through the resistance. Day 15-21, step into your new identity. That pattern will work for almost anything in life, and the more you apply it, the more unstoppable you become. Let me tell you, there is nothing like the joy of seeing someone else win because you showed them it was possible. It's better than any medal, any trophy, any amount of money, because when you help someone else step into their best self, you become part of their story forever. And that, my friends, is the kind of success that never fades. Some people think legacy is about